So, welcome to today's training and meeting and call, whatever you want to call it. We have to start immediately. It's been a great week, I want to believe, because I think this is the second week of the month of March, and I want to say it's going well. Going well, the fact that you and I are still breathing. Yourself a high five, give yourself a pat on the shoulder and say, I have done well and God has been good to me. Just hail yourself. You see, sometimes you just need to get out somewhere, just stay in front of the mirror and just look at yourself and say, man, I am just too much. There is no one like me. God has created me in a very beautiful way. I am just too much. Hail yourself. You deserve it. It is what you should be doing. It is your right. It is you're unique. Don't let anything stress you. Don't let anyone hustle you. Don't let anyone box you in a corner. Don't let anything intimidate you. Be you. Be you. So this evening we're going to take questions. So if you have any question for me, get ready, because I'm going to take questions from you. What you don't understand, what you like to see to be done, just ask me any question. Why you think I have white hair? Ask those questions and I will respond. So while we're going through this quick training, ask those questions, write it down, and I promise I will say it as it is. I'll give you the sincerest answer that I can offer to you. So tonight's short training, I want to encourage us and I want you to see yourself in it. Tap in and tap full. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you. By the way, how is the sale going? How is the sale going? I think that's it. Where is that stuff? No. Okay. All right. Dream it, believe it, build it. Are you ready? I don't know where my question mark went, but are you ready? Dream it, believe it, build it. Think about it for a moment. What are you dreaming? What are you believing? What are you building? And then someone is saying to you, are you ready? Ready for what? Ready for what? Really ready for what? Dreaming. You know, sometimes, most times for me, when you talk about dreams, the thing that comes to mind for me, first of all, is Joseph. We all know he was a dreamer. Then you talk about believing, you talk about building. Dream it, believe it, build it. And then someone out there is saying, are you ready? This is my why. The dream, the belief, the build is my why. I love this because it reminds me of the 3 steps I need to have in place that will allow me to build my business, meet my goals, create the lifestyle that I want. My dreaming. I dream a lot. I dream a lot. Dreaming. What are your goals and what are your dreams? Listen, if you don't have any goals, you're just going to go aimlessly. If you don't have any dreams, it is okay to dream bigger than yourself. Stop playing small. The world is waiting for you to play big. That was one thing I took away from the Eribore event that ended last year. The world is waiting for you, but you're playing too small. What are your goals? What are your dreams? And I promise you, there could be some people on this call who don't even have a dream. They don't even have a goal. They just go like, what's that thing? Give us this day our daily bread. Listen, give me today. Give me for tomorrow. What are your goals and what are your dreams? Like Josh would always say, it's not everyone that is here to make 6 figures. It's not everyone that is here to make 7 figures. He understands that, and that was why he created a 1K rank. He understands that there are people that they just have a goal to earn $500 that would enable them to pay for their rent for the next 1 year. I understand that. Josh also understands that. MDC also understands that. It's not everyone. It's not everybody that is thinking like Amaka, that is thinking things bigger than her, things that she wonders, how is it going to happen? But it just has to happen. But that is okay. But you need to dream. You need to be dreaming something. The first step to your success is dreaming. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are you dreaming? I dream a lot. What are you dreaming? And what is it going to take you to get there? You must pay a price for give and take. You must give something to get something. What is it going to take you to get there? It will take your time. It will take your energy. It will take your pride. It will take it will take everything. There is no dream you want to get today or dream today that would say, okay, here I am, dream, and then tomorrow I'll just wake up and I'll turn up. No. When you are dreaming, you should be saying, what is it going to take me? Is that what it's going to take me? Okay, I'm ready. You need to dream it. What are you dreaming? 2, you need to believe it. You have to believe that your dream is possible. You see, the very moment you believe, you dream and you go like, the doubt comes in. You dream it and you're like, who they buy himself? This Nigeria self. You've killed it. You have to be it before you see it. You have to be it. You have to be it before you see it. You have to have unwavering belief that you can do this. It is possible. And that is why the people around you matters. The people that are encouraging you, the people that are telling you can do it, the people that are telling you, don't worry, the people that are making you do the difficult things because they want to push you to the place where you can stand on your feet and you can overcome the bumps and the bruises that you're going to meet on your way to fulfilling your dreams. People that will always be there to tell you, we're not quitting. We are going, where are we going? Ahead? We are going ahead. And you find out that helps you to build. That helps you to build your dream. That helps you to build your mindset. That helps you to become, to go beyond you. You need that energy. And that is why it's important to be in a place where the energy is high. You know, someone called me this evening and said something to me. I was like, XYZ energy don't come up. I said, yes, it has to come up because when you're in a place where the energy is high, then you attract the money and it's going to come up. But when you're in a place where the energy is down, your belief system is low and it is gone, your dream is killed. This is the time. That is why also I like to talk about people that are succeeding, people that are doing well, because it would help you to say to yourself, if A can do it, me, I can do it. How many heads? We all have one. You need to believe. This is the critical point. You need to believe. You need to believe. Your belief system has to be so strong. What are you believing today? It may not be MDC. It may be fruit of a womb. It may be money maybe for your husband to change. It may be for your wife to change. But you need to, first of all, be it before you can see it. What do you need to be today? And what do you want to see for you? Then you need to build it. You see, the first one, the second one is dream it, believe it. It's like you're in a place of fantasy of your mind is just still. You now have to bring your mind, your soul, your spirit and everything and the physical. Then you begin to take action. That is the time you begin to go to the store to buy the baby clothes. You've been believing, I'm going to have a baby girl. I'm going to have a baby girl. Okay. You're believing, you're dreaming it, you're believing it. In fact, sometimes you may go to bed and sleep and you see yourself carrying twins. All right. So what happens after that? You start believing it. I'm going to have this child. I'm going to have this child. Lord, you're going to. Okay. It's time for you to act. The only action you need could probably be go to the store, fill up the suitcases with baby clothes. I have one. I wish I can go get that pink plate. I bought some pink plates because I thought I would have a baby girl. I was looking for just one child. Where I was, I just needed one. And I needed a girl. The next thing, 2 boys came. But then I had bought some. This is part of my belief system. Things I believed. And I began to. Those plates I see here, those boys are still using pink plates. At least use and eat them not. I said, we will, boy again, we must use, because this was part of my faith journey, my action steps. You need the business model that works for you, because right now you need to start building. Building is not the easiest, and that is why I say to people, you can't dream, believe, build to an extent, and you destroy it. It's beyond me. Because building is the most difficult part of the whole process. Because it takes your energy, it takes everything. And that is why some people will start and quit. That is why some people will start and say, I beg. And then I know they go, beg. And that is why some people will get to a point, they pull everything down. This is the time for you to build. This is the time for you to take action. Some of us have stayed in that place of complacency, in that place of, it is time for you to wake up and build. And MDC has one of the best models for us. You go there, you sell something. Today alone, I've sold, right now, these are all I have. This is all I have right now at 750. Between yesterday and today, I've sold almost 5 bottles. This is all I've got. This, and that's it. Just this. Okay, I still have some more 5, but this is the only 750 I've got now. I'm expecting some orders from Nigeria. But then, I made income today. I made income yesterday. In fact, this whole week, I've just been doing sales. I'm like, this whole people don't know. My oil will soon finish. I don't have, if any program now, I don't even have the one we're going to use. You need to define yourself where you are appreciative of the structure you have to build with. And MDC is a beautiful system that you can use. You get paid directly for your efforts. That's the retail side of things. You do the residual side of things where people, you leverage on people's effort. Someone said me, today was so hectic. I was on the phone with someone. I was like, wow, it's so hectic. People don't know how we multitask. And as I was doing this person's stuff, I don't even know her, but someone that is in the team told her, go to Amaka to solve your problem. Okay. As I was doing it, I was like, but you need to do it because you need to help her win in order for you to win. This is the time for you and I to build. This is the time for you and I to succeed. This is the time for you and I to make it happen for us. The question is, what are your goals? Think about it. What are your goals? What are your goals? If only you can have a goal. If only you can say to yourself, I'm going to succeed. I'm going to make this work. If only you can say to yourself, if anything is going to fail, can you hear me? You're going to be saying to yourself, if anything is going to fail, what will fail will be my fear. I'm going to make my fear fail. I'm going to make my doubt fail. I'm going to make my insecurities fail. But I'm going to make my vision win. I'm going to make my vision win. Dream it, believe it, and then build it. I'm going to tell you a quick story, because these are the stories that when you hear, I believe it's going to encourage you, to let you know that everything is possible. I don't know if I've shared this story, but I know I've shared it. I shared quite a lot, but I don't know if I've shared it here. While I came into the UK to study, I was renting I rented a place, and then I needed to move to another place, and then I moved. But immediately I got into the house, I liked it. It was owned by a proper white person. So I went to rent it. I liked the house. And I said, as the landlord was taking me around the house, I said, I like it. When next you want to sell, if you want to sell this property, tell me, I'll be the first to buy it. Now, this is someone that is still a student. This is someone that, I don't even know, but something pushed me and I said it. If there was any income at that time, it wasn't mine. So me telling those, and even if I thought there was money somewhere, I don't even know if the owner of the money wants to use it for something else. I just said it. Now, I don't think I had lived in that house for up to 6 months. The man came and said he wants to sell. So I quickly called my husband and I said to him, this man wants to sell the house. You know house Oyibo lives in is different from house maybe other people live in. So it was really clean and tidy. Now I'm talking about dreaming. Remember also that when I left Nigeria to come and study, I got here, I saw the way things were going. I saw the way I was paying rent. I didn't have children for how many years, over 6 years or whatever. I stayed back. I told my husband, tell them in Nigeria, they ask me, tell them that girl says she's not coming back. Because I saw the way things were going, and I said, it would be foolish for me to go back. That Oyibo came to Nigeria, colonized us, and left us with nothing. Then I came to their country. I gave them all the money, and I'm going back with nothing. I said, no, it will not be good. It won't be fair. No, I must collect something from these people. I must collect something from these people if I leave. So when the man, when I called, he said, okay, tell him we're ready to buy. We bought that property. It was up to 2 months. Listen, pay attention to this, because it's important you walk and have a dream and believe it, because when you build it, the result is amazing. It was up to 2 months. We were on the news. I think he was even the one that called me from Nigeria, that he saw on the news that they said that area where I live is now, that's Stratford, is now going to be the Olympic city. Let me tell you, I was paying 700 and something pounds as rent before we bought it. By the time they made that announcement, property in Stratford moved from 700 to 1,300 pounds. Now, this was a dream I had, because I said to myself, I'll come in here and I will acquire things for my children so that when they come, I knew they would come someday. But I was dreaming already for them. I hadn't seen them. I stayed back because I said I need to acquire things for them so that when they come, they won't say to me, how did you go to London and just waste your time? And don't went back to Nigeria, Baraka. Just went empty-handed. It wasn't up to 3 months. I don't think it was up to. It was on the news. Oh, Stratford has now been nominated as the... Pay attention to this story, because you need to start dreaming. I lived in that house. Enough for me, my husband, and one guest. Well, if any of them comes, if nobody comes, it's only me in the house and me and Facebook. And that's why I love Facebook so much. Because when nobody is with me, it's me, Facebook. I sell my body magic. I come downstairs when I want to. I get food. Did I want to go out? I go to lecture. I don't have lecture. I used to have lecture once a week or twice a week. The rest, I'm on my bed. I want to go and shop. So I was just there. It was an okay house for me. But one day, my husband came and I said to him, I need to change my car. There was nothing wrong with the car. It was a brand new car, the CRV of that year or the year before, I can't remember. But nothing wrong, nothing, absolutely. I want you to pay attention, because when you start dreaming, You start doing some radical things, but at some point it's going to take you somewhere. I said to him, I want to change my car. He said, okay, what car do you want? I said, I want a Range Rover. I want to change this area. Because at that point I was saying to myself, come, this is the way they drive these things. How many years do they have? London is hard. But there are people doing something that is hard here. How do they do it? So I said to him, he said, okay, find where they sell it. Let's go and check the price. He didn't say, let's go and buy. Let's see if he can afford. On our way there, we found out where it was. When we got into that environment, we were like, is this place part of London? I was the one driving because he doesn't drive. He doesn't even have license to drive. So I was driving. So he was taking his time too. So, that I would drive small and look. But he saw the area. Coming out again from the car shop, he was looking again. So when we got home, he said, I like the area. I said, that area, I like it though. Go and buy me a house in that area. Because this house now we're living is small. Listen to my words. When the children come, this house will not contain us. That's what I said to him. Now, on a good day, if you say anything you want, my husband will tell you, tell me the price or tell me the total or whatever. But on this occasion, he was quiet. And suddenly he called me, he said, Amaka, I've seen a house. He was downstairs. He said, Amaka, come. Show me his iPad. He said, I've seen a house in that area. And I think he was leaving 2 days later. He said, book an appointment, go and view the house. On a good day, he would have told me, go and take care of it. I remember the day I came to view the property. I was the only black person. There were 2 white people. Again, they didn't even answer me. It was like these black users. But we ended up purchasing the house. Pay attention. We purchased this property and and while we were trying to figure out, I think he had made a deposit. I said, let him go back to Nigeria. There's a job he did. They'll soon pay him. Blah, 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 blah. I went for IVF and fell pregnant for the first time. Remember I called him, I said, we need to move because that Stratford house will not impact us when the children come. There was no IVF in the picture, but we just said, then I was doing the IVF thing, as in, I was already doing IVF because I don't know how many times, 8 times. So I said, the way we are going with this IVF, I know one day I will have children. So I said, you see this house, let's go. We must get them something so that when they come, they will have space. He said, let's go. You need to dream. Sometimes we don't have anything to give to God to work with. Do you know why Moses was able to part the Red Sea? He was able to part the Red Sea because he had something in his hand that God could work with. He had a rod. He had a rod that he could use. Some of us are not able to get to the next destination because we've got nothing to present to God to work with, no matter how little it is. And that was how I found myself. Somehow we paid for the property. The children came. This was the first house they came into. I had them in the States, but we just came straight to this place. And then we saw them playing around. And my husband would say, can you imagine if we're still in Stratford? That was why God put that in my heart. He will give you a vision. He will give you an opportunity to dream. But sometimes we shove the dream off. Let me tell you, it's not like the money was just lying down there. He could have used the money he got from that contract or whatever to put him to do another job. But there was a reason why God had put him in that place at that time to have access to that income. Because God was preparing us for the next level. Some of you are not just ready to tap into your next level. And that is why I keep talking about being prepared for the assignment. You're not just ready preparing yourself for the next assignment. Let me tell you something. I don't know how the whole thing, because this is, on a good day, I would have been the one to do the transaction and come and tell him total and stories. But this time he was in the picture, unlike him. So I think he was meant to, I think he had done I think they do deposit first, then you will agree when you bring the balance. Now, the time for the balance, he knew he would get this payment, but the time for the balance, he didn't know that this particular company, that part of the year or whatever, of the month, of the year, that time of the month, they always do, is it accounts auditing or something? So they don't pay nobody. And what that meant is that if we don't make that payment, if we don't make that payment, at that time, the money you have paid has gone. The country would take it or whatever the contract. And so he was confused because the money he's expecting to use and make the payments is meant to be coming, but these people are on auditing of the accounts. He said the company called him and said to him, we've never done this for anybody before, that we would make payment, that since they came to Nigeria, it has never been done, no matter what the problem is. But Oga, we like you, we will do this for you. It's not that they like him. That was favor, because God needed to tidy up and fulfill the dream, the obedience. Some of us, all what is holding us back is obedience. God is saying to you, or you're hearing a voice, whatever it is you're hearing, go out there and just believe the system that NDC has put in place. Well, you don't want to dream it. You don't want to believe it. You don't want to build it. All you just want to do is believe in the negative. How has negativity helped you? Do you know that the same energy you use that you use up more energy being negative as opposed to being positive? You use less energy being positive. And you know that when you're being positive, there is this pump in your body that you're alive. It's like sugar in your body. You're hopeful. Do you know that depression comes in the place of negativity? You're hating everyone. Even people that are talking about their affirmations. You know, affirmation is something you're expecting to happen for you. People are busy expressing their affirmations. You're busy there hating on them. Not knowing that they're busy getting ready for their own breakthrough. It's an affirmation. It's something they hope to happen for them. But when you're even angry that they're opening their mouth to say what they're saying. This is a time for you and I to become so engrossed in not just building, not just believing, not just dreaming, not just believing, but in building. How many builders do we have today? How many builders do you have in your team? Not people that will go halfway and they will drop. Not people that are not committed to the cause. Can you imagine Moses going with the people of Israel? Immediately he saw that Red Sea. So, boys and girls, we shall come back. We shall come back. And as it turned, the Egyptians would just collect them and squeeze them. That's what has happened to some of us, a lot of us. We have found ourselves in the place where we have met the Red Sea. They say, Red Sea, delay my product, I'm quitting. Country manager did not answer me. I'm quitting. This drip, I build no more. Upline disrespected me. Do you know who I am? Do you know where I'm coming from? I will not do this business again. I don't want it. You still go back to a mess. You still go back to nothing. You still go back to confusion. You still go back to there's no blueprint that you're working with. You still go back to anger, rage, aggression. You just go back to nonsense. And when you really, really stay back and you ask yourself, you find out that there was no reason for that. When you're calm, when you're settled, you then ask yourself, what was that all about? By then you have lost your team. By then you have lost your credibility. By then you have lost your mojo. You have lost everything. It becomes manual labor. You know what they do? I draw and pass my neighbor. You go like this. It's not working. It's not working. And then sometimes you quit. But you had a vision. You had a dream. You had a dream that with NDC you're going to go on a beautiful exotic holiday. You had a dream that with MDC, you're going to be making at least $100 every week. This sale, the bottles will soon expire. Let me tell you, all the expired bottles, I've sold all of them, and I told the people here, they say they want it, I beg. Bring it like that. Don't have any more. Like now, I will show you all these bottles. This is the only one now left. They're saying that, but someone is out there. Let me tell you something. You need to get yourself in the place of building with all your energy. Forget about what's going on the other person's side. Some of you are busy living another person's dream. Hey, my upline has bought a car. It is my upline's car. What is your dream? Because that your upline, that car she bought, is actually her dream. She has just fulfilled hers. She went through the fire too. She went through the bumps and the bruises, and she got the car. She hasn't told you what she went through. You have celebrated it. But you're not yet ready. You're not yet ready to dream yours. But you're ready to tell the stories of the dreamers and the people that have fulfilled their dreams. If you understand if you understand that Joseph was a dreamer, but he had to go through the prison, he had to go through near adultery and fornication, he had to go through in a strange land, but he still made it. He still got to his destination. We all admired it. Everybody wants to see the glory, but nobody wants to go through the story of and the journey of how the people how to get there. Let me tell you this: building an MLM is tough. Building a network marketing industry is very tough. There is no business that is easy. What makes it easy is your goal, your dream. It makes it that when you get there, you're ready to go. You're ready to push. Let me tell you, probably, I say this a lot, probably by now I would have left MDC. Probably by now I would have, not because of so much, but because of some stories and encounters I've had before now, and it just got better now. I've had some rough times with MDC. I would have gone. Yanni is here, she'll tell you. I'd have gone. Because guess what? Let me tell you, it's not that I can build, I'm a builder. I know how to turn things into money. I can build. That's a good one. That's I know. My grandmother, I was telling someone, my grandmother in Wire railway station, they used to call Mawangeta. She used to carry dogs to the north and then come back with goats. So the new railways, my mother used to sell, my mother is is in my blood to sell, to trade. I will trade my snacks. I will trade, I will trade anything. No. I sold in secondary, I sold in university, I sold in primary. I can trade anything. It's in my blood. So building is for me, it's not hard. But I've told you guys so many times how I walked away from, give me Nigeria, you're telling me nonsense, I walk away. I'll go to the next one that I think is going to give me Nigeria. The last one I thought would give me Nigeria. I got there with Yenny. Yenny is here. And for me, I had built over 2,000, I think it was 2,500 in the team. I mean, this was in a I don't think we were there for over up to 1 year. I mean, that's TLC. We had built over 2,500. That was for me. And, I'm giving Nigeria and they're telling me stories. And they're just talking. I walked away. When I walked away, someone that Yenny was following up, that was still doing her shakara, walked in. 5 weeks, made over $50,000. Me and Yenny were now asking ourselves, what have we just done? What have we just done? Because we believed that the whole thing was nonsense. And also there was an upline that was giving us and making us believe that we were doing nonsense in the company. On a good day, we wouldn't have. But you see, you need to pay attention to what you're hearing. I don't care what the upline is, whether it's me, self. If any upline nonsense is beginning to put certain negativity in your mind, Ask yourself, but there was once a time you told me this company was the best. What changed? Unless you're not convinced that MDC is a solid company, or that company you're in is a solid one, ask yourself what changed. Most times what changed is their entitlement mentality didn't come through for them. So let us bash it, let us go. And then they tear it down. And you get caught up in it. You get caught up in it. You get caught up in it. And by the time you realize it is a mess. So when we went through that journey and all of that, and we had to repent, I personally had to repent. I had to go to God. I said, God, just give me one more chance. So I was almost depressed because I allowed the negativity of other people, of another person, to get into me. An upline that would tell me everything bad about our upline. And it was so bad because we all gathered and chose that upline. And I was the one that said, let's go with this upline because this upline will have time for us. Let's go. So when this one wasn't feeling that this upline is not good, I chose the upline, but I wasn't the upline. I said, because you were my upline before, be my upline again. Because I know I'm a builder. I know I go build, put money for your pocket. So I didn't say you are that before now. I said, anyway, people want to pull me, but I know I can build. So I told her, sign up, become, I'll go under. But she saw everything wrong with this upline. And that's the same upline that I say to you. She has about 2 Rolls Royce in Houston. She's feeding 5,000 people. Like she just putting people on scholarships. And I'm talking about from TLC. So we all got there. And when I repented and got myself, God gave me a second chance. That is MDC. A second chance. And that is why when you're telling me it is bad, let it be bad in your household. Let it just stay in your house and be bad. Don't bring it close to me because I know what negativity did to me and what it cost me. It cut my energy, it cut my money, it cut even credibility because there were people, I remember calling the team and saying to them, I am leaving, but I will support you guys for the next 3 months. As I was leaving, everybody left. Some people told me nothing will make them touch network marketing. And then I said, wow, is this what I have done to people? Is this what my action has done to people? And that was when I made up my mind that it would take me forever to just allow my emotions. So when things are not going my way, or when you guys say certain things and I take it to MDC and it's not going the way I know I'm like, let it stay there. One day we will get there. I will ask you, are they paying salary a month every Thursday? She say, focus, do your business. Forget that those people exist. Forget that such things exist. You see this march forward, we march forward. I don't know that there is corporate. I don't know that there is owner. I don't know there is co-owner. I don't know there is anything. All I know is system, back office, compensation plan, follow up with the team, give them energy. Let's be going. We will get there someday. Be careful of the energy you bring in because it's going to destroy your dreams. I want to say this. Auntie Jennifer, the lady that turned 5K last month. Yeah, Auntie Jennifer, the one that won the 1K. What most of you don't know is that she was in this company since 2018. She hit 10K rank. But her upline, when they got into the moment of, do you know me, my emotions, she dragged all of them down. All of them. They left. They caused a lot of confusion, they left. But some of them, when they realized what just happened now, we just lost our money. We just engaged ourselves in something that did not concern us. That's how she came back. So when you see her hitting 1K ranking, she's been a master in the game prior to this time. But that thing set her back. It set her back. The very first dinner we had of our Nigerian Lodge, she was there as one of the ranked affiliates. But we still had an impact. And then we had to get to work. I had to get to the point of, you can do it. Don't worry. There is time for overtaking. There is what you can overtake, you can win again, you can. And then we began to do the mastermind and began to encourage and began to, well, she's been a master in this game. However, she found herself at some point caught up in the emotions of an upline. And then she dropped her tools. She down tools, she said, we're not doing again. If it has to be under Amaka, we're not doing again. We are not doing. What did they do to you? So when most of them went back, and it dawned on them that we just moved. We don't even know who this Amaka is. What is the how did we even get here? That's how a lot of them came back to their business. However, most of them couldn't continue. Where do you find yourself? Where do you find yourself? How much do you want to succeed in MDC? Dream it. Believe it. Believe that you're going to be the next superstar, the next big story. Believe that this month, you see through this sale, I'm going to make so much money. This sale, I'm going to make so much. This sale, I'm going to use it to do X, Y, Z. What are you believing? Then go to work, build it. Go to work, start doing your meetings. Go to work, start doing your whatever it is you think you need to do to make it work. But it's hard work, but it's hard work that pays. Any question for me? Any question for me? If there's any question, let me know. Any question for me? I hope that was helpful. So I'm going to talk about a few things, and I hope that would be ending soon. Tomato, because that was one of the things that happened this week. Tomato. MDC doesn't want us to come up with names that are funny. They never knew about this. They never knew we could just, and anybody seeing tomato, it just makes a joke out of the whole thing. It just makes a joke out of the whole thing. They weren't paying attention to this kind of thing. They didn't even know we were just coming up with names and doing, because this is our culture where we don't have emails, we don't have phone number, we're not on that level yet with you. But when the situation that happened in last year, where the people that took it upon themselves to write petition against me did, MDC said, okay, wait, you guys wrote a petition about Amaka, can we check you? And they checked, and they saw some massive blunders. They saw things like, whatever 1, whatever 2, whatever 3, up to 25. They said, wait, do you put that game to cause this wahala? You people are worse than even what you're saying the Amaka did. Obviously, and again, the Amaka didn't do nothing, but in their emotion, in their confusion, in their quest to destroy what we have built, they believed a lie, or they didn't believe something. And this is okay, even this person you are attacking has proper email stuff, email addresses. But you guys are having 111 something, 1, 2, 3, and MDC flagged it, and they were like, okay, you know what? If this is what you guys, if you want us to penalize this person you're linking to Amaka, then we'll penalize all of you. And that was another story. And since then, MDC began to peruse our accounts. They began to peruse our accounts. However, we've tried to let them know that this is our culture, where people don't have phones, where people don't have emails, where we have to do this for them. Now they are coming down. But when you now put something like tomato, and they go to check it, they'll get more upset. And to think that this tomato has been linked to someone that is ranked in MDC, what is your goal? As leaders, let's protect MDC. Let's protect MDC Nigeria. If we destroy it, if we do it in such a way that this will think that we're not together, we're so wicked to ourselves, we're not even doing anything, they pack their load and go. I mean, we'll go back to the US. But how can tomato be put by anyone? By anyone. So please, don't teach your teams to put in tomato. Teach your teams to put in, let me tell you, if you go there and put in wakashege at yahoo.com, Oyibo does not know. You go in there, you put Okoko one of item. At yahoo.com. They don't know. But don't put tomato. One, put yam. Yam. Why put yam? Yam. So please, let's. I know we are in a hurry to put in the orders, especially during this time of stuff. But think of proper names. Put it in there and process the order so that we don't just flag up these things. And they've got a little bit of an eye on us. And of course, they now know that there is that loophole where the affiliates are always looking for who to pull down. And you don't give, especially the white man, you don't give the white man that kind of opportunity. But we've given it to them. And we have to deal with it. UBA Bank, please, as much as possible, let's not pay money into the Zenith Bank. Let's pay into UBA. It's just so that, I think there was a story I told you guys of the facilitator or something. There was some words I used that time. It's because of this thing that this UBA thing came up. So let's try to let's protect MDC Nigeria, pay into the UBA Bank. I was the one that actually noticed when I was doing an order on Monday or Tuesday, that when you're checking out, you see Zenith Bank and then you see UBA somewhere, but I just saw it and I went back to MDC and I went to the country manager and said, pass this on to IT. So I think while Oyibo was trying to sort it out, they just missed up the Zenith UBA thing, but I'm sure they'll work on it and I'll still remind them. So it's not that they want to confuse. Nigeria doesn't do this thing. They send it back to IT in the US to sort out. So let's bear with them. But as affiliates, let's let our teams know what is going on so that they don't always go to that Zenith. I mean, I think it was on Thursday, Friday. Zenith wasn't working. Even my husband was here trying to, at some point I just saw him holding his iPad and I was just looking at it like, someone called me, said, I'm trying to transfer money to you. I'm just looking at it like this. So Zenith didn't work. So if you go and put it there and expect MDC to credit your account, they won't credit your account. They will not credit it because they're not seeing money. And then you will come again and abuse them and say, if they don't do it, I will leave this business. Because that's the first thing we do. I will leave it. What are you leaving when we haven't done our bit? Let's protect MDC Nigeria. There's something I want to talk about, the Autoship loyalty consequences. Autoship loyalty consequences. So when you do that loyalty thing, is you need to do for 3 months to get the payout. 3 months to get the payout. If you've missed out, so you've done 2 months, if you miss out the third one, MDC won't pay you. So what do I mean by missing out? Let me use this example, typical example of what happened to me. When they started it, I had done 2 months. I had set up my Autoship in the UK, done 2 months. And then the third month, the 6 months started. I quickly switched job. Now went for my 2 months. It was gone. So for those of us that already have it, that need to buy from the US, let me tell you, US is going to be inevitable. You're going to be finding yourself going to US. And God help us, bless us, as these sales are going on and they are finishing, we may not have CBD. So we're going to be finding ourselves going into the stuff. So if you miss out on that loyalty thing, it will break off. It should break off. For most people, especially if you're in the US, you've done your Autoship and now want to do the Autoship in Nigeria, you've done 2 months, you've accumulated, it will just break off. It says 3 months together. So just keep an eye on your Autoship and weigh it and ask yourself, should I place this order now or should I wait, hit my 3 months, collect the money and go here. But most times you find out that that money that has accumulated those 3 months, most times doesn't even get you too many products like that. So, but just because someone was asking me, oh, why did my auto ship not? I said, no, it happened to me, and that is why it's happening to you also. So that we don't go quarreling and feeling that MDC is owing us. The rule says 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So let's pay attention and keep our eye on it and ask yourself, what do I want? Do I want the deal? Do I want the product? Or do I want to get the loyalty stuff? And then you take the decision for yourself. Please, how can I link with an influencer? It depends on what you want. How much are you willing to spend? Those are the things you need to look out for. How much are you willing to spend? What kind of influencer do you want? That's basically what it is. So you can have a conversation with me, you can have with Yenny. I know Yenny is talking to quite a lot of them. You can have a conversation with me, you can have with Yenny, and then we can pull something out for you. Yeah, but just get a good one. Get a good one that once you throw it out there, you can now use that one to showcase on other blogs. What do I mean? Like the one Miss Moloku released, was it yesterday or the Thursday? That was so beautiful with Blessing CEO. You can now, what Miss Moloku is going to do now is she's going to pick it up and look for the person that is going to, as a blogger, that will charge her probably 6,000, 10,000, put it there. She can now use that same video and probably go to Yaba Left, pay them any of the packages, maybe the 8,000, the 13,000 one, put it there. She can now go to Instablock. They have packages, it depends on the package. They have packages 10,000, whatever. Depends on what you want. She can put it there. But with this one video, like I've been discussing with some of them, with that one video, you can run a show. So, and that brings about consistency. So people seeing it on different platforms are just going to go like, what's this thing, sir? What is this? I need to get it. I need to try it. And they're now paying attention, and then they are following you, and then you're creating the attraction you're looking for. Any more questions? Any questions more? So let's get back. Just be hopeful. Go out there and fight for what you want. This world is all about a fight. You need to fight for what you think you deserve, for what you think you want. You need to believe it. Your belief system has to be so tight that even when they're telling you, let me tell you this quick story before we go. When I did my last IVF, I think that's the last one, but I used to have my last baby. When I got into the hospital for the transfer of the embryo, the doctor looked at me and said, this will not work. This will not work. And she said to me, the only thing that will make it work can only be God. She took my file. Then I used to have this big file in that hospital because I used one hospital throughout. She looked. She said, this embryo will not work. That the only thing, she said it 3 times. And this is a white woman, 3 times. And then I came out from the hospital. You know what you're tired of? And this was one of those journeys. My husband told me, don't go. We have 2 children. Leave it. Leave this matter now. I thought if I go, I'll get a girl. He said, leave this IVF thing you want to go. So, because I had, I moved. I just got everything ready. It was in Nigeria. I checked myself into the hospital, told them, put this thing here, let us see. So when I came out, that morning I called and I said, yes, yeah. Then I came out. I cried. Though. I cried. This cry. I cried well. I cried from the hospital to Victoria Station. I cried. It was around February. I wore glasses inside hold. No sun because the tears were just, I was like, hey, I've just poured money down the drain again. This doctor. But immediately I picked up my phone and I called my husband and I said, see what the doctor said. That it can only be God. He said, no, that's the word. It can only be God, and this is going to happen. This is going to happen. I came home. I still remember him calling me and telling me, what did you, yeah, remember you said to me, what did you say the doctors told you, sir? I said, she said it can only be God. He said, and that is what it's going to be. It can only be God that will make it happen. And it has to happen. So I held on to his faith. I had no faith. I held on to his own because I didn't want to be the wife that is saying negative. So I held on to his own. Here we are. He's 7. You need to, oh no, he's 6 going to 7. So what is your belief system? You need to hold on to it. Get into this week. Whether it's MDC, whatever it is, get in with a belief system that is so strong that even the devil, when he sees it, he'll be running. He'll be running. He'll be running. He's like, this one, I cannot penetrate. Let me just respect myself and go. So have that belief. Believe it so strong, and it will happen for you. If you don't want to be paid through credit wallet, can MDC? Yes. MDC pays into your bank account. Actually, I think they prefer that. They prefer paying into your bank account. So MDC would pay into your bank account. Just go into your back office, click on earnings or what? My account, somewhere there, and set it up and put your bank details, and it will happen for you. So let's get back. Remember, the sale ends end of the month. The one for America, Europe ends tomorrow. Do your 1K rank. Just try to be in that 1K level and collect that $100. It goes a long way. Fuel has increased, especially for people in Nigeria. Fuel has increased. Has your paycheck increased? Go and hustle. Collect this oil. Go and hustle it. Make profit. Don't buy what you can sell, but the one you can, hustle it. You'll find out, I don't know how much, 20 something, you just double your money. Hustle it, so hustle it. Hustle it. Make flyer of your sprays. What are the sprays? Get your sprays, sell them. Now, you can even tap on the energy that we're using now to promote go and sell something. Sell something and leave. Sell something and leave. Hope you have enjoyed tonight. Next Saturday, we have a guest. We have someone you would love. Don't come alone. Come with a guest, because Saturday, Saturday we're going to have a guest that I believe you would love. So, good night, everyone, and God bless you. Enjoy the music. Thank you, sis. What am I looking for? See my love, I was a key for justice. I was a key for justice. Maybe you will say you are for me.